and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect cafe au lait. This is a coffee with a blend, a mixture, equal quantity of steamed milk or frosted milk and coffee. I have the kettle that I can use, or the hot water dispenser for the hot water. I've got a blender that I already use in catering for blending vegetables, but this particular one is made by Philips, very good blender, and it came free with a grinder. So I have the milk jug, the pourer, and I've got the froster, which is similar to the French coffee press. I have a mug. I've chosen to use the clear one so I'll be able to capture the beauty of the finished product. And I have roasted coffee. This one smells delicious. It's so nice, lovely roasted coffee in a jar. I have the French press, that's the manual maker, the coffee maker. I also have the electric coffee maker made by DeLonghi. I've had this for many years, but I'm going to show you the two so you can decide what you want. This is quicker to use, and this one, because you're going to brew it, is going to remove all the fat from the coffee beans once I'm making it with this one. This one retains all the fat, so it's a bit, if you have high cholesterol, I would suggest to use the electric coffee maker. And I've got the milk. For this cafe au lait, it's best to use full cream milk, but I've got this semi-skimmed because we normally have semi-skimmed in our house. But for full taste, for delicious perfect coffee, white coffee, use full cream. And I have sugar, granulated sugar, and I have a measuring jug just to measure the hot water that I would use, because I'm going to use 250 ml for a glass, for a mug of coffee, and the same quantity also for my frosted milk. The frosted milk, I don't have a steamer, so I'm using this manual froster to do it. So all I would do is measure my 250 ml milk, and I'm going to pop it for a microwave. I want the temperature to be about 70 degrees. If it's too hot, you ruin the taste of the coffee and it doesn't frost as much. It starts to break down the milk. So I'm going to just pop it in, warm it up a little, and then whisk it in this froster. So I think that's all. I've got my tablespoon to measure out my coffee, and that's it for now. So let's start to make the coffee. This is also how you make white coffee and black coffee. So I have the grinder, so I'm going to twist it, open it, and pop in a tablespoon of roasted coffee beans, and then short it to twist to lock it. Just turn it to this side, because I was turning it clockwise, and then prop it into the blender. For best results, do not grind it until it's too smooth, like the supermarket one. Like I said, if you don't have a grinder, you can buy the supermarket one, but they don't come coarse. It's going to be very fine. But for this coffee, you need your coffee beans to be ground to a coarse texture. So I'm just going to blend it gently and quickly. That's how I want it. Not too fine and not too coarse. I don't know if you can see inside of the jar. So that's the coffee done. I'm going to preheat the mug with hot water to keep the coffee hot. So just pour in hot water into the mug and let it rest. That's what I've got too. So I'm going to let it rest. This is just to keep your coffee hot and nice. So while that is going on, I'm going to put this aside and measure up the milk. So that is going to be on this line here, if you can see it. So I'm going to pour out my milk. Yeah, that's the quantity I want for one mug. So I'm going to pop it in the microwave. Like I said, I don't have a steamer. A steamer would have been able to warm the milk at the same time frost it. So I'm going to pop it in my microwave and just do it for about 20 seconds. So while that is going, I'm going to also measure my hot water for the coffee. I want it to be about 250 ml. So that's 250 ml. And I'm going to pour it into the French press. And pour in, I'm going to use about a teaspoon of the coffee, and then push this down. And leave it to rest for about 4 minutes. While that is going, my milk is ready. So it's nice and warm. So I'm going to use, it's like the French press, similar to the French press, even though it's more expensive, it's almost about 20 pounds, and the French press, like I said, is less than 10 pounds. I don't know why. So you now use this one to, like, you're whisking it. We want to introduce hair into the milk to have it frosty and silky. So I'm just going to be pushing it up and down, you know, introducing the air to it. So it's like a whisk. In fact, you can actually use a whisk to whisk this up if you don't have this froster. You can see it's almost double, is increased in size. We started off from here, so it's doubled in size. That's the frost that you want. So that's the magic for the coffee au lait. You can use this also for white coffee. White coffee simply means your black coffee and some milk, and if you want, you can add in a little bit of sugar. So with this, if you want to add the sugar, you can add the sugar into the milk, but I'm gonna go without sugar because I'm, you know, like I said, when you're over 50, you try to get rid of certain items, and sugar is one of those. So now I've done that, it's standing aside. I'm going to just take this out, pop it in my sink, and then I'm going to pour this in my milk jug. See, it's lovely. So put that aside, and this is ready. Cover my coffee, push that aside. My hot water mug is ready, so I'm going to empty it into the other one. And this one, push it. You can see you have the perfect brew now. So I'm going to pour this out. Can you see? Nice color. It's a bit cloudy. So you have it there. And then I'm going to now introduce the milk into the coffee. So I'm just gonna swirl it around. And then once it's ready, you can create any shape on top, and that's your coffee ready to go. I hope you enjoy having this lovely coffee. Enjoy.